Hey guys, it's me again. I wanted to make actually another video today, actually discussing what I believe to be an important topic, that is discouragement. I say discouragement as an important topic as a young man in college because I feel like it's one of the many things that many people do deal with, and that as a topic it should at least be addressed. Now, I'm gonna get into it by saying, like, what is discouragement? Discouragement, at its base core, is as a as a definition is a loss of confidence or enthusiasm. A loss of confidence or enthusiasm. These typically stem into different ways of how we feel discouraged, whether it's by ourselves or how discouraged by others. And one of the many ways that we feel discouragement, for an example, would be negative talk. Negative talk towards oneself, where we say phrases to not physically to ourselves, but that we think towards ourselves, such as we feel unworthy of the blessings that have come across our way, or that we will never amount to anything and or attain our goals, or that we feel lonely and that no one helps or understands what we're going through. In my personal opinion, if I could describe discouragement, I would describe it as the temptation to despair. And typically, it is the temptation to despair when things get tough or when things just don't go the way we want them to. Now, I say this as a young man in college. I have had many moments in my life of discouragement, what and actually having negative talk. So this topic necessarily isn't new to me, and I know a lot of people out there in my life that have also dealt with negative talk as well. So I just thought to put that out there for those who may be dealing with it, that I know how it feels. It brings into this sort of imposter syndrome where we feel like we shouldn't be where we are right now with the good things that we have been blessed to have come our way. We don't think we deserve them, and we start to it starts to have us feel like we wallow in sort of self-pity, if I may. Now, there are times for me where I feel discouraged. For example, I feel like an imposter when it comes to my classes. When it comes to my classes and I see other students that are smarter or that I feel are better than me because they catch on to the challenging ideas in class, it honestly makes me feel like, man, I should not be here. It also gets down to a point where sometimes you just feel like wanting to curl up into fetal position, or otherwise straight up just pack your bags and just head back home. Challenging idea now Challenging ideas typically can be a factor for a discouragement, but the fact is, for me, there are ways that I can combat against it. For example, I can combat it, things that help. One of the things that helps me with discouragement is taking vitamins and exercising. I take vitamins and exercising because they can help me boost my mood for today. It's just one of the things I do to de-stress and feel better. That's typically one of the things, but the main source that I typically have for discouragement is God Himself. As a Christian, I believe discouragement comes from the devil. And so my main source that I go to is God. I do think to myself that I'm not where not where I should be when it comes to classes and feeling intimidated. But the fact is, I'm also, when I'm, one of the things that when I've been away for college, I've actually gotten to create a concrete, more solid relationship with God that I believe that He encourages me Himself. I'm able to hear His voice, able to hear how His promises are always there, and that no matter what happens, He's always have my back. That actually is the reason why I have this specific verse open to my grandma's Bible here right now. I should have mentioned that before. I apologize. But right now, this is a verse that I thought to share, that has helped me in college, which is Matthew 28, verse 20, where Jesus mentions to His disciples, "Always remember, I am with you always to the very ends of the earth." I usually go for this for encouragement, for reassurance, and with that I have hope. Despite how I mess up so many times, God gives me another chance to get back up, and that just shows how loving and faithful He is. I just thought to share that. That's all the time I have for today. God bless you all, and take care.